Welcome to the Peace of My Garden as I bring some thoughts about John chapter 20 verses 18 to 31 to you. This is the Bible reading for today, and it's part of the Easter story where Jesus enters that locked room to find the disciples in fear of the Jews, what the Jews might do to them, and really having been traumatized by the events of Good Friday. And Jesus appears in the upper room and says, "My peace I give you, I bring you my peace." Jesus' presence brought peace to them, and it was a peace that will enable them in time to move out into the world and share God's mission, to share that peace of the risen Lord with everyone that they meet, to go out and extend God's mission and be part of God's mission to reach the whole world. So being in God's presence, what are we really talking about? Well, for many of us, I suppose being in God's presence is when we meet together on a Sunday morning and share with one another. But it's also those times that we spend in prayer, in contemplation of God's word, in reading about Him from other sources, and perhaps from being together and talking about God and sharing God's reality with others. But it's also there and can be found when we are in God's world. God made the world, and therefore His presence is in it. So as we take our daily walks, as we sit in our garden, as we work in our gardens, we are in God's presence. And now this change in normality is a time that it's so much easier perhaps for us all to seek out God's presence in other ways. I don't know how many of you watched the pilgrimage program on the TV leading up to Easter. It really struck me as I watched that these people spent a lot of time in God's world. All their normal lives were removed from them, and they were just spending time with each other, talking about spiritual things, even if they didn't think they were spiritual people. And being in God's world for so long and being so isolated really affected all of them. Not only was it God's world, but they were encountering places where people have prayed for centuries, and God's peace and presence was in all of those places. And it was interesting to see all of them being deeply affected by all of those places and by that complete experience. They were isolated from the world, they were removed from what they normally did, and they found God, even if they didn't know it was God that they were finding, but they were experiencing His peace and His presence. And that's really where we find ourselves today, isn't it? We've been removed from our normal world. The things that used to fill our time, the things that used to fill our brain have all been removed. For some of us who are still working from home, when we have extra time in that time that we would have normally travelled to work, we don't travel to work. So all of us, somewhere along the line, have been granted more time to be still, more time to do things differently. And I would encourage you to, as you form a new reality for yourselves, as you set a new routine, for how you live your life at the moment, that you use some of this extra time, perhaps all of this extra time, to seek God's presence in the everyday. It might be that when you go for your daily walk outside, that instead of just automatically plugging in your earphones, that you take time to be in the silence. You take time to look at all of what you see around you and recognize God in it, and recognize that you are walking in God's presence. It may be that you'll be working in your garden. Again, just seeing that daily reality of being in God's world and just looking at things with God's eyes might be a time when His presence will fill you with His peace. Really important for us to understand and really get a grip that when we spend so much time in God's presence, then He will be filling us with His peace. Several years ago, I, along with others, went to Worth Abbey and experienced half a day of silent prayer. And I can honestly say that was one of the most profound experiences of my life. Being somewhere where hundreds and hundreds of people have prayed, being in silence and just resting in God's presence was amazing, absolutely amazing. And the peace and that sense of well-being stayed with me for days and days afterwards. And I'm mindful of that as I think that as we now spend more and more time in God's presence now, that sense of peace that he will bestow upon us from being in his presence will really fill us so that it has a profound effect upon us, so that as we um, go about our daily lives at the moment, we will just spend more and more time in his presence, being his people. And then when we are released from all of this, that as we go out, being filled with his peace so profoundly might enable each one of us um, to be more active as we share the risen Lord with the whole world, as we bring the hope of the resurrection to the whole world, to a changed world, to a world that doesn't know him but that is longing to know him. So spend more time, if you would, and listening to God and being in his presence, and just really use this time that we've been granted to be more in his world. Amen.